We're here with John at Hissho Sushi and Craft Beer Bar in Rogers, and I see that your sushi chef is getting ready back here. What are we going to see? What's he putting together?
What Teos is going to do for us today is he's going to put together two different rolls. One of the most popular ones, the California roll, as well as something that's just really a work of art. It's called a living color roll.
Oh, and are both of those available here?
All the time. Yeah. Teos and the other chefs that work here with us, they come in every morning, they cook rice, they cut vegetables, they cut fish, and they roll sushi fresh every single day. And they fill this case as well as our display case that's out in the deli section.
Okay. And what's he doing right now? Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, right now he already has that first roll made. He's pretty quick. What he's done is he's taken the rice, he's attached it to a sheet of seaweed, nori, and put the ingredients for the California roll inside. So there's avocado in there, there's some cucumber in there, there's crab as well, and he rolled it in that bamboo mat to make everything nice and tight.
Right.
And then he sliced it evenly, and now he'll place it in the tray. And what's really cool about it is it looks like it takes forever to do, and he's able to do it in about 30, 40 seconds.
If this was at my house, that would have taken me all afternoon, which is one of the reasons why I need to show up here more and get your sushi chefs rocking me a sushi roll.
Absolutely. Our chefs have years and years of experience. They go through training with us at our headquarters in Charlotte. I went through that training as well. I'll tell you, my sushi didn't come out like that. He's very good at what he does.
Now you mentioned another roll as well. What's the other roll?
The living color roll.
Living color roll.
What he's about to put together right now. That's just one of our many, many varieties of sushi. We'll carry at any given time 17, 18 different varieties on a daily basis, and we can make any roll to order for any customer at their request as they come in. If they request a specific ingredient in a roll, we'll make that up fresh for them.
Now I know that you obviously have sushi here, but another thing that you have that not all sushi places have is a craft beer bar. And I think we're going to head over there and talk to the folks over at the craft beer section in a moment. But why was that important for you to offer that at this sushi location?
It's part of a new concept for us. We wanted to expand. We do this in 1,800 locations across the United States. We wanted to expand the concept to include some hot foods as well as craft beer, and also wine offerings that pair well with the hot foods as well as with the sushi. So brand new concept for us. This is the first one we have in the United States. We're really excited to be partnered with Walmart to get this done.
No doubt. Great. Well, I think Jackie is over there getting ready to try some of the craft beer and see what's happening over in that section of the store. So let's go check that out.
So we've seen the food side of the restaurant. Now we want to go to the craft beer section, my favorite part of the segment, of course. I see a couple of local favorites over there. Is that right, George?
Yes, absolutely. So we have Bike Rack from Bentonville as our partner brand at this location. We try to partner up at each individual spot with someone who is established in the community.
George, can you walk us through what precautions you're taking for COVID?
Yes, absolutely. So along with following all of the CDC guidelines, hand washing, social distancing, mask wearing, we have put up barriers in between each seating, which are actually removable, so if you have a larger party, you can still sit together.
Okay, that's awesome. When you talk about sushi, a beer pairing, that's very interesting. Can you walk us through maybe what are some suggestions that you have as people come and have their sushi, what they can also pair to drink with it?
Yes, absolutely. So when I think about sushi, I think about it just pairing as I would do with any other food type. You have different flavors. You have some umami on there with your soy sauce. You have the fish, which typically is going to come across as a little more bright flavor. So in the sushi rice, which we prepare with vinegar, you can take a really nice, light, crisp lager, like the Bike Rack lager, and it really cuts through a lot of those flavor profiles.
Now, what about your wines? Are they also paired with some of the sushi here as well?
Yes, absolutely. So I specifically chose a wine list that worked really well with food. That was the goal, as with the beers themselves.
Oh, nice. Okay, so if I like white wine, what kind of sushi would pair with that?
Realistically, I think that sushi goes great with white wine of any style.
Okay, so I think we have a California roll waiting on us and a living color. Maybe we should grab drinks and then meet up with Jason.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see what he's up to.
Perfect. Well, John and George have been such great hosts today.
Absolutely. And look at this spread we have before us. We've got some hot food. We've got some sushi. We've got beer. We've got wine. We even have some beer to go.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing spread. They really treated us well here at Hissho Sushi and Craft Beer Bar.
That's right. Even as we were filming, a couple customers came in to grab a very quick lunch, and you can do the same. You can come in, grab lunch or dinner for your family.
Yeah, dine in, carry out. Their sushi is available at multiple Walmart locations across Northwest Arkansas. You got to try it because it's amazing.
That's right. And there's only one thing left for us to do. Eat. We'll be right back with more Good Day NWA.
Going right over here.
I'm going right here.